I didn't know someone was living above my room until I heard the scratching. We had moved into that house 3 weeks earlier. Old building, cheap rent, quiet neighborhood. Too quiet. My bedroom was upstairs, right under the rooftop water tank. The first few nights were normal, nothing strange, nothing unusual. Then one night, at exactly 2:40 a.m., I heard it scratch. A slow scraping sound, like metal against metal. I sat up in bed, listening carefully. It was coming from above me, from the ceiling. I told myself it was the tank adjusting, temperature change, pipes expanding, normal house sounds. That's what I wanted to believe. The next night, it happened again, but this time it wasn't random. Scratch, pause, scratch, scratch, rhythmic, controlled, like someone dragging something slowly, directly above my bed. My heart started pounding. I grabbed a broom and hit the ceiling hard. The sound stopped immediately, complete silence, and that's when I felt it. Not relief, awareness, like something up there realized I could hear it. The third night, there was no scratching. Instead, there was a thud, heavy, slow, then another, like someone shifting their weight carefully inside the tank. Inside the tank. I felt cold all over. I went to my dad's room, told him everything. He sighed, said it was probably animals. Cats climb roofs, maybe a raccoon. But I know what animals sound like. This wasn't random movement. This was careful, intentional. The next morning, my dad checked the roof. Nothing. The tank lid was closed. No damage, no footprints. He laughed it off. I didn't. 2 nights later, I woke up thirsty, went downstairs, filled a glass of water, and froze. The water looked cloudy, not dirty, just slightly off. I held it under the kitchen light. There were tiny black particles floating inside. My stomach dropped. We called a plumber the next day. He climbed up to the roof, opened the water tank, and then he went completely silent. 10 seconds passed. Then he looked down at my dad and said, "You need to call the police." There were scratch marks on the inside of the water tank lid, from underneath, and there was a rope tied to the roof ladder, hanging into the water, like someone had been climbing in and out. The police searched the house, the attic, the storage rooms. Nothing, no forced entry, no broken locks. But then one officer noticed something strange. The hallway ceiling vent, right outside my bedroom. It was loose. They opened it. Inside, they found empty food wrappers, water bottles, a small flashlight. Someone had been living in the ceiling, watching, listening, waiting until we fell asleep, then climbing up to the water tank at night. We never found him. No fingerprints, no clear footage, nothing stolen, nothing broken, just presence. 2 weeks later, we moved out, but before leaving, I went back upstairs, stood alone in my empty room, looked up at the ceiling, and that's when I saw it, right above my bed, faint scratch marks carved into the plaster. I had to stand on a chair to read it. It said, "I know when you're awake." And the police told us something they didn't want to say at first. The rope inside the water tank, it wasn't long enough to reach the bottom, meaning whoever was inside had to hold their breath and wait for hours.